Welcome to the MLB Prop Pick Show, powered by the Bat X. I'm Jon Metler. He is Derek Carty. Good morning to the chat. We see you guys all there. Yo, Reed Phillips. Morning, all JPC Fourth. Hello, Milo. Derek, how has the postseason baseball been treating you so far?
It's been going pretty well. I feel like I'm probably about break even on bets at this point. There's always extra uncertainty in the postseason, like we don't know. Leashes is the main thing, especially when it comes to pitcher props. We don't know who's going to be allowed to go a little bit deeper, who's going to be pulled sooner. Like I had Blake Snell outs yesterday, and he gets into trouble in the 6th inning, gives up 2 walks, and there's a mound visit. And I'm like, all right, that's it for Blake Snell, and he stays in the game. Like you just don't know.
It is really weird. I feel like there's been so many games where a starting pitcher is like rolling, they give up their first hit, and then they're like bullpen right away.
Yeah, and sometimes it's that. It's like one hit and you're done.
Yeah,
I think who was it? Was it yesterday? Someone I think hadn't given up any hits and they got pulled.
It was the Tigers Mariners game. Luis Castillo I think he gave up his first hit and then they pulled him. He was also, it's Luis Castillo. You've highlighted him throughout the years. His advanced numbers aren't that great, and he was at like 85 pitches, so you can kind of see where they're going with that. I'm sure they know that as well. But again, it's like he gives up 1 hit through 5 innings, and then they're like bullpen right away. Get this guy out of here. So, and then other guys.
Nick Porto saying it. Yes, Savage, I think, had a no-hitter, didn't he?
Oh,
Someone did it. And he wasn't even that high in his pitch count.
Yeah, he punched out 11 or 12 there, and then and he had a no-hitter. I think a no-hitter through 5 1/3. But then you see like the Red Sox, it was with Conley early, like they allowed him to give up like 4 runs in an elimination game. So it's kind of all over the place depending on the manager. So let's get rolling into the picks here, though. As usual, your numbers always move really fast, so we want to get these out there. If you're new to the release procedure, Derek has 2 bets for you today. We'll tell you what game we're betting on, the prop market, the team, the player, and then we'll use those BatX projections against the market there and kind of break that down as to why we like this specifically as a bet. So let's get going. First bet here, we are at DraftKings, and we're Mariners Tigers, looking for the strikeouts thrown market or pitcher Ks. And then we are going Logan Gilbert under 6.5 strikeouts minus 104 at DraftKings. So once again, that's Logan Gilbert under 6.5 strikeouts minus 104. Derek, you want to break this one down?
6.5 is a big number for the playoffs. That's really what this comes down to. A pitcher getting 7 strikeouts in the playoffs means he's either got elite stuff or he's going to be allowed to go really deep. I don't think that's necessarily the case in either regard for Gilbert. His strikeouts were up this year. They were a career high, but his stuff plus was down. It was a career low. His fastball velocity was down from last year. So I'm not buying him as like an elite strikeout pitcher, but more of like a 9 or 10 K per 9 kind of guy. And if he only goes 6 innings here, it's not like he's facing a super strikeout heavy lineup. It's just the number's too big. The bat here's projecting, let me see, what's the number on Gilbert? Under 6, 5.93. So, around even money, we're getting, I think, some decent value on this.
Chat's asking, what do you think about Logan Gilbert 15.5 outs? Do you have an opinion on that one, or obviously you like the strikeouts better?
Yeah, it looks like there's some marginal value on the under outs. The strikeouts a little bit better, but yeah, you could take the under on that as well. And it's strange too, because the outs is set as at 15.5, so 5 innings. 7 strikeouts in 5 innings would not be the mean outcome here. Like it just wouldn't.
Yeah, you also put the Tigers. I know the Tigers offense has been struggling. They've been on the road since I think it was like September 20th. They've been on the road for like 14 days here to close out their season. And then they went to Cleveland for the wild card. So you bring them back home with a hitter's backdrop that they're familiar with. I don't know. I'm just, who knows, right? Like they've been kind of struggling, but that's what I'm telling myself today. I'm going to the game. I'll be at the LDS. I'll root for the manager to take him out, Derek, for you. I'll be yelling at them to take him out so he doesn't get over the strikeouts. So the first bet here is Logan Gilbert under 6.5 strikeouts minus 104 at DraftKings. We'll move to bet 365 for the second bet here. And our numbers there. So we're going, you're looking for the batter walks market. This is Yankees and Blue Jays. And we're looking at Austin Wells over half walk plus 320 So once again, that's Austin Wells over half a walk plus 320. Derek, you want to break this one down?
Yep. Austin Wells is a guy who throughout the year has shown some decent value in this market. It's worked out pretty well whenever I've looked at it and taken it. So I think it's just one of these guys similar to Vlad home runs or Harper walks, where the books are not quite just not quite there with it. Part of it is going to be, I think, matchup based, but really we're just being given a really good number here is what it comes down to.
Do you have a break even on Austin Wells? Do you have a break even on Logan Gilbert too? Because the chat was kind of putting some different numbers out here too.
I do, yeah. So the theoretical break even on Gilbert was minus 160. I would not take it down that far, but I think you can certainly take it to minus 120, minus 125, and you're still looking pretty good. As far as Wells, theoretical break even is 224. So again, I wouldn't take it down there, but you can take it down to 270, I think, and you're still probably looking at decent value.
Yeah, Miles saying I see plus 285 on Wells, so you'd still like that. About 270 is the cutoff there for Wells.
Yeah. I think that sounds good.
All right, so those are the only two bets we have today from Derek. So it's Logan Gilbert under 6.5 strikeouts, minus 104. Austin Wells over half walks, plus 320. Before I let you go, is anyone beating the Dodgers for the World Series? Are they by far the best team in the postseason? I was rooting. I was like, we need the Phillies to take out the Dodgers because it felt like the one team that maybe could take them out. And now they're down 2-0 going back to LA. Do you think the Dodgers are just by far the best team?
They are. They're by far the best team. Just from a personal perspective, I'd love to see the Phillies, but down 2-0 is not ideal at this point.
No. I was watching game one. I was laughing with a friend because I'm like, the Tigers don't have a starter for game one. Blue Jays are going bullpen for game four, I believe. And then the Dodgers, they piggyback Ohtani with Tyler Glasnow with the rookie there to close it because they have too many starters. And you're like, what is going on here? And then they throw Snell in game two, and then they're going to throw Yamamoto in game three. And you're like, yeah, in a 7-game series, I feel like we're all in trouble here. So we'll battle it out for the American League. Jays fans, Tigers fans, Yankees, everyone's excited to try to get to the World Series. But man, I don't know if anyone can take out the Dodgers. I think the Phillies need to do that for us.
Yeah, no, if the Phillies don't do it, I mean, anything can happen in the postseason, but the Phillies are certainly the next best team there. The biggest shot of actually taking them out.
Like even when you move to like Brewers, Dodgers, potential NLCS, you're like the Brewers are trying to, kind of piece it together too, right? Like with all the pitching, like it's so a 3-game series and a 5-game series is so different than a 7-game series. And I feel like 7-game series is where the Dodgers just completely run away from everyone else because the pitching just lines up way differently for them versus, everyone trying to
really does.
Especially
they're just so much. Go ahead.
Yeah, you've highlighted too with like when you face the same batters over and over. I feel like the Tigers get burned by this too. Is like they're so heavy bullpen and it's good, but when you get into like a game 4, a game 5, and it's like now you're facing Kyle Finnegan for the 4th time, or you're facing these relievers for the 5th time, and you're like, man, I've already seen these relievers a bunch. Like they're good relievers, but once you see them too many times, I feel like that kind of burns the bullpen too. So Dodgers can be tough. But those are two bets today. Logan Gilbert under 6.5 strikeouts, minus 104. Austin Wells over half walks, plus 320. Derek, thank you for the bets. We will see you tomorrow, 9:15 a.m. Eastern. I do have 2 home run props, but thanks for coming on, Derek.
Yep. Good luck, everybody.
All right. It's actually Tuesday. I didn't even realize it was technically Dinger Tuesday. We haven't had home run props in a while here, but the weather actually plays nicely today for the 2 ballparks for the ALDS. So first one, I'm going Spencer Torkelson to hit home run plus 525. I'll be at Comerica Park today. It does look like the wind's going to be blowing out at about 13 miles per hour to right field, which wouldn't be the pull side for Torkelson. He is a pull hitter. It might open up an opposite field. It's not really his game, but usually the wind is blowing in at Comerica Park. So the fact that it's even blowing out, I think really helps. It's raining right now. It's quite literally raining outside as I'm talking, but I feel like this game might actually get postponed for a couple hours, but after that, the humidity's high and the air pressure's low, which is also good for fly balls. So I feel like Comerica Park's actually going to play well for home runs today, which is why I'm coming after these home run props. Torkelson, someone in the middle of this Tigers lineup has to do damage. They haven't done damage the whole series. I thought Riley Green had a good edge with Torkelson. I thought they both had a good edge. And Riley Green, the wind would be blowing out to the pull side. My only issue with Riley Green is they bring in lefties to face him, and you just lose at bats in the postseason for him. Where Torkelson, on the other hand, is sitting in the middle of like Kerry Carpenter, Riley Green, Colt Keith, all these lefties. And when they bring in lefties, he gets to face a lefty, and he's better against lefties. So you're not really taking the bat out of his hands at all for any of these at bats. So a lot of this should be closer to plus 450. He did have that double to tie the game last game. Hopefully it unlocks his bat. Give me Torkelson to hit a home run. Next game, give me George Springer plus 450 to hit a home run at Yankee Stadium tonight. Again, good weather. It's going to be, the temperatures are both low, but the other things that you look for when you're looking for home run props there, it looks like it's going to play. So it's going to be about 11 miles per hour out to left field, which is the pull side for George Springer. So that's good for Yankee Stadium. He's going against Carlos Rodon. Rodon is, it's a really funny matchup because George Springer is a 5 for 26 against Rodon. And it's kind of like also how Rodon pitches, where Rodon is a really good pitcher, but he gives up home runs to righties. So Springer's 5 or 26 with 2 home runs. So it's like, I don't care if he goes 1 for 5 with 1 home run. I don't want singles. I need a home run to cash these bets. So that stands out. And like George Springer, he's running hot too. Last game, he had the 2 hits, he had the walk, he had the homer. This would be, if this is a leadoff home run, that would be absolutely devastating for the Yankees. I feel like the matchup plays trying to get a home run here from him. And again, another thing, when you come into the postseason, you have to be really concerned if like someone has really like drastic splits, because they will play the matchups. They're going to bring out relievers to face the top guys, take the bat out of their hands. You know, Springer's facing a lefty to start the game here, but he actually 24 of his 32 home runs came against righties, and he has over 1,000 OPS on the season against righties. So even if they bring in a righty later after Rodon, you feel like it's fine. You feel like it's still a really good bet. So I feel like this should be closer to plus 370. I really like this prop here for George Springer. Those are the only 2 bets I have for you. So we have the 4 bets there. Logan Gilbert under 6.5 strikeouts. Austin Wells over half walk. Torkelson to hit home run. George Springer to hit home run. This concludes the MLB Prop Pick Show, powered by the Bat X. We will be back tomorrow, 9:15 a.m. Eastern. Derek Carty will be on. I'll be doing the show again with him. Good luck with your bets. Enjoy the LDS. Jays fans, good luck. Maybe you close it out in 3 tonight.